Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into Belling the Cat. It's a classic fable, but man, does it have a powerful lesson for us today about that dangerous gap between a great idea and a plan that actually works. So let's kick things off with a question I think we've all bumped into, whether it's at work or just in our own lives. Why do so many seemingly brilliant plans just fizzle out? You have this perfect idea, everyone agrees it's genius, and then nothing. Well, the answer, or at least a big clue, might just be hiding in this super old fable. It's a story about a bunch of mice and their biggest, scariest enemy. And it's a perfect case study of a great idea versus, well, actually getting it done. Okay, so picture this. You've got this whole community of mice, and they're living in just absolute terror. They're totally paralyzed by, as the story puts it, constant fear of her claws. They can barely even peek out of their homes. So knowing something has to give, they call a big meeting to finally solve their cat problem. So they hold this big meeting, right? And ideas are just flying everywhere. But nope, every single idea gets shot down. This one's too risky, that one's too complicated. You can just feel the energy draining from the room. They're totally stuck. And then this really young mouse gets up. Probably a little naive, hasn't seen much of the world, but is super confident. He says he's got a plan that's simple and guaranteed to work. Everyone kind of leans in. They're desperate for anything at this point. And here's the plan. It's beautiful in its simplicity, really. An early warning system. All they have to do is hang a little bell on the cat's neck. Whenever she's coming, they'll hear the jingle and have plenty of time to escape. I mean, that sounds pretty foolproof, right? And the reaction? Oh, it's electric. The whole room just erupts. They're cheering, they're celebrating. This is it. It's so simple. Why didn't they think of it before? They're already picturing this amazing, fear-free future. But right in the middle of all this joy, the whole vibe just changes. This old, wise mouse, who's been quiet the whole time, by the way, he slowly gets to his feet. The room goes quiet. You can feel that tension snap right back. And boom, with just one single question, the entire plan just evaporates. The old mouse says something like, "The plan is very good, but let me ask one question. Who will bell the cat?" That's it, the fatal flaw, the one tiny detail that completely separates a brilliant idea from a total fantasy. And that question, that one little question, really gets to the heart of the whole story. This is where we see the big lesson. It's all about that huge, huge gap between saying you're gonna do something and, well, actually doing it. And this is so important. A plan isn't just a goal. It's a set of actual steps to get you there. See the young mouse? He didn't really have a plan. He had a great goal, an outcome. But the how, the most crucial piece of the puzzle, totally missing. And this right here is the core wisdom of the fable. It's one thing to say something should be done. It's a whole other thing to actually do it. It's easy to suggest a plan. It's much, much harder to be the one to carry it out. So what's the big takeaway? The official moral of the story is this. It's easy to come up with great ideas. The hard part, the part that really matters, is making it happen. Okay, so what does this mean for us? This isn't just a cute story about mice. It's a really powerful framework for looking at our own challenges. In our jobs, in our big projects, even in our own lives. It forces us to ask, what's our cat? And who's going to bell it? Think about it. Every big project, every major goal has a bell. That one really hard, maybe even risky step that everything else hinges on. For example, the idea isn't just, let's launch a new app. The bell is actually securing the funding to build it. The goal isn't just, I want to run a marathon. The bell is that first month of waking up at 5 a.m. to train in the cold. We all love to fantasize about the finish line, right? But we tend to gloss over that really tough part, the bell. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge. The next time you've got a big idea or a project, don't just get excited about the end result. Stop and find the bell. Is it that super awkward conversation you've been putting off? Is it the one technical problem that nobody has an answer for yet? Once you've found it, ask that same timeless question from the old mouse. Okay, who specifically is going to do this? Because honestly, answering that question, that's the difference between a nice idea and a plan that might actually work.